Tarzan. An underrated gem about a human that's raised by apes and lives in the jungle. The movie stars a grieving female gorilla named Kala, played by Glenn Close, who had just lost her son to a leopard named Sabor. While on her adventure, Kala comes across a treehouse where she finds a human baby, who also lost his parents to the same leopard. Kala decides to take the baby home and raise him, but not before a deadly encounter with the leopard. She takes Tarzan back to her troop, but the leader of the troop and her husband Kerchak, played by Lance Henriksen, doesn't approve of the kid being a human. He reluctantly agrees to let Kala keep the kid under the condition that he wants nothing to do with him. When he gets a little older, Tarzan befriends his ape cousin named Turk, played by Rosie O'Donnell, who is kind of embarrassed by him in front of her friends. Tarzan also tries to seek Kerchak's approval, but always fails to do so. And after causing an elephant stampede due to a dare, it doesn't look like Tarzan will be getting Kerchak's approval anytime soon. But he also ends up making friends with a young paranoid elephant named Tantor, whom as an adult is played by Wayne Knight. You know, Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park and Al from Toy Story 2. It isn't until Tarzan's adult years where he fights Sabor head-on and defeats him, where he finally starts to get Kerchak's approval. And you'd think this would be the end of the movie, but no, we've still got another half to get through. After his fight with Sabor, Tarzan comes across a group of humans. An elderly scientist named Archimedes Q. Porter, played by the late Nigel Hawthorne, his daughter Jane, played by Minnie Driver, whom Tarzan ends up falling in love with, and their short-tempered protector named Clayton, played by Brian Blessed. Oh, and the adult Tarzan is played by Tony Goldwyn, just so you know. The humans get Tarzan to help them find the gorillas, and after a bit of reluctancy, Tarzan eventually agrees, much to Kerchak's disapproval. Tarzan eventually finds out that he's not an ape, but a human, and he decides to go back to England with Jane. But it turns out Clayton has a secret agenda, and wants to take the gorillas out of the jungle to make fur coats out of them and make money. And it's up to Tarzan and his friends to save the jungle. After an epic fight with Tarzan, Clayton finally meets his demise. But not before Clayton gave Kerchak a fatal wound. Kerchak finally gives Tarzan his full approval and considers him his son before he dies. I heard the reason why some Disney characters end up losing a parent or both of their parents is because Walt Disney himself lost his mom at a very young age. But at least here, they waited until Tarzan was an adult to kill off Kerchak. Meanwhile, Jane and her father decide to stay in the jungle so then Jane could be with Tarzan. This movie, in my opinion, is an underrated gem and does not get the appreciation it deserves. The animation, especially for the vine swinging and the tree sliding scenes, are very epic, and so is the choreography. Overall, I give this movie an 8 out of 10.